Hi and welcome to Access Creative College. Thank you for showing interest. My name's Adrian Merchant. I'm the Engagement and National Events Manager. Let's meet the rest of the team.
My name's Charlie, I'm the Engagement Coordinator of Access Creative College.
Hi, my name's Lois and I'm an Engagement Officer.
The future is creative. In an age of automation, creativity is and will continue to be a key part and very desirable aspect of any industry. In the creative industries, we use technology in aid of creativity, not to replace it.
Now a quote from Albert Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited to all we now know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world and all there ever will be to know and understand.
Creativity is important because without creativity you wouldn't have TV, radio, music, favourite photography, magazines, the list goes on. Without creativity we don't have these outlets. Books, I can sit all day and read things, but these things are so important for so many people all around the world for so many different reasons.
Yeah, I think the world would be really stale without creativity. It would be really bland and a boring place to live.
So we place ourselves in the creative quarters for the collaboration aspect and the opportunities that we have within those places. It definitely helps them to see what happens in real life industry, and by placing them in these places we bring them away from where they're comfortable and bring them into working environments. We try and do that with our courses too. We're trying to implicate as much industry knowledge and experience as we can. So by putting ourselves there, it's a lot easier for industry to come to us.
Yeah, they're immersed in creativity and culture, but not sort of in this kind of like grey clinical space. They've got culture and creativity all around them, so it's difficult for them to not be inspired by their space.
And we can open those doors for them too.
Yeah, exactly.
Give them the connections for the venues, for the different media companies around, etc., and try and link those two together.
What would you guys say to anyone that was unsure about entering the creative industry as a potential career path, especially with everything that's been going on with lockdown and...
As we all know, it's had a negative effect on the creative industries, but there is some positive news out there as well. So we've seen things like BBC iPlayer have more views than ever, PlayStation sales are out of the roof.
If you look at it from the surface at the moment, I know it looks very shaky and not very secure, but you just got to look at the economy pre-COVID, like 3.2 million jobs in the country. By 2024, predicted to increase that by 5.4%, which is huge. I know it looks bleak at the moment, but we definitely believe that it will bounce back, if not stronger than ever. It might take a little while to get there, but I'd say have faith, basically.
I think why a lot of people may be in two minds as well is because they have sort of outside influences as well that are trying to push them down a certain route. What my message is to sort of, if you are in that situation, that you're sort of like getting two messages, go creative, go sort of like the academic route, is be you. Go follow your passion, follow your desire, and be what you want to be. Don't be what someone else wants you to be. Yeah. So if you want to be a games designer, be a games designer. You know, don't let someone try and deter you away from that and sort of like laugh at you and say, "Oh, you're never going to become a games designer." Follow your passion, follow your dreams.
Yeah. My favourite quote on that is, find something that you love to do. You'd happily do this every day for the rest of your life for free. You'd happily do this, and then find someone to pay you to do it. Why not take this next couple of years to train and be at the forefront of it?
Why do you think it's important that our students sort of collaborate across the courses that we have?
So we kind of built our courses for that purpose. If you look at our course list, just for a few examples, if you're a music performer and you want to put on a gig, you would speak to our events production students. They could get a venue sorted. Of course, while you're having a gig, you're going to need sound engineers, etc. To promote it, you're going to need a poster. You get our graphic designers to do so. There's nothing like post-event promotion, so photographers and videographers can create content for you. So it's really important to us to have different courses that feed into each other. You're all working around creative people, so whether you go into the lunch area and someone's sat there making a game or music, they're still creating, and that's going to spur you on to do the same kind of thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lois?
Yeah, you can definitely learn from like other students as well as your tutors. I feel like that's something that's quite often forgotten. It's not just about who you're being taught by, it's about who you're in the classroom with or who you see like around the campus at lunchtime, that sort of thing. something that's really important. You can get inspiration wherever you are in the campus because of that.
I think it also gives the students as well the real world effect on how the industry actually works as well by that collaboration. So it's getting them geared ready, it's giving them life skills and getting them geared ready for that career that they want to pursue as well.
And by being taught by teachers that have actually actively worked in or still work in that industry as well, they can give them real information about how it actually is working in that world.
Yeah.
This year we're starting ACC Live, which is our industry part of the curriculum, which will combine industry and real learning and working in real life industry situations. It just give people more experience, and so our students leave us knowing what to expect in the wider world of creative industry.
So we have Industry Week, a way for them to immerse themselves in the industry, and so when they leave the college, they've got like the vital skills ready to enter that industry.
So that's everything from master classes, workshops and guest talks, that kind of stuff.
We offer music and events, media and design,
Games and computing.
And music tech.
Yes. So we are 29 years young now. Traditionally, Access Creative College was a music college, and we've been doing that very well for many, many years. In the last 4 years, we've seen that expand, and we've started to go into different areas. So what can you tell us about the new areas that we've started?
Yeah, so the new areas that started, obviously, as Charlie's mentioned, is that we started to build our foundations on music, and as time went on, we implemented different part of the creative industries within our courses. So we implemented media, games, and events. And new now is going to be computing, and we're also going to be introducing T levels as well.
So if someone were to walk in here now and had never heard of us before, how would you explain to them what we are and what we do?
Well, I would say we're a creative college. So we specialise in subjects surrounding the creative industry, not just the kind of sit in the classroom, answer questions, do an exam kind of college. It's a hands-on approach college where you can really get involved and pick up key industry skills and knowledge and experience.
One of the great things about Access Creative College, I would say, is our tutors. We've touched on this earlier, that all of our tutors are still currently active in the industry that they're teaching. So for example, our game design tutor is still out there making games. And that just gives the students sort of first-hand knowledge into the career that they're pursuing, and just give them a better understanding in the industry that they're pursuing as well. Not name dropping here, but we've had quite a few famous people sort of go through our doors as well with students and come out the other end and do really well, like Ed Sheeran, Jess Glynn, Rita Ora, just to name a few. And again, for me, why they've done so well goes back to our tutors, because they're still currently active in the industry. They've passed on that knowledge to them.
So after a student's finished at Access Creative College, what sort of destinations and routes can they take?
If a student wants to, they could definitely go to university. Our level 3 courses are the equivalent to 3 A levels, and you can accumulate the same UCAS points as you could do from 3 A levels to go to university. We have quite an even split. Those that want to go to university do, and those that want to go to work in the industry generally do as well, if they're dedicated and determined enough.
What would you say about Access Creative College's reputation?
I'd say we've got a great reputation within the education sector and industry. We were graded good by Ofsted. Yeah, I'm very, very proud to be a part of the Access Creative College team. It's been great watching people come through the doors and never even open a music production software to leaving with full tracks, for example. It's going to be even more exciting. We've got more courses added for next year, so esports management and some creative computing courses too. So I'm really excited to see what comes out of those, whether we end up with any full apps or anyone making the next, I don't want to mention any names.
I'm really excited about esports because I'm into gaming, and I watch esports on Sky Sports as well. So yeah, that's why I'm really sort of excited about esports, because hopefully you never know that one of our students might be on Sky Sports or part of an esports team.
The industry's huge. The economy within esports is insane. There's more money in the games industry than the rest of the creative industries combined. So that's looking at music, TV, radio, film, all of those things combined come nowhere near to games. So yeah, very happy that we're going to start helping put towards that economy and hopefully put some students into the world of that work. So Lewis, what do you think Access Creative College can offer a potential student?
Well, I think if you're a practical learner, it's definitely the place for you, because it's hands-on experience. You can take a hands-on approach, and that's how you can learn. If you're someone that learns from not just being shown something, but actually being involved and like trying it for yourself, it's definitely the place for you, because you can actually immerse yourself in what you're learning about and actually see for yourself and try it for yourself and create a product out of that. Say if you're doing music production, you might create a track from that. And I think that's the best way for a lot of people to learn.
It's not all about exams, right? So
Exactly,
very
yeah.
lucky at Access Creative College, there's no examination for our main courses. Obviously for Maths and English, that's a little bit different, but for our main courses, very practical based at learning.
For a level 3 course, you need 4 GCSEs and above. But what are the benefits, would you say, of Maths and English, Charlie, within the creative careers?
Really, really important. If you're going to work anywhere within the creative sectors, you're going to send a lot of emails, you're going to be doing your own invoicing, for example. A few examples, if you want to get into games design, you're going to spend a lot of time working with code, which is maths. If you're a photographer, you're going to work with things like rule of thirds, etc., etc. Music producers work with frequencies, which are numbers, and work within a number. If you're working in events, you're going to have to do risk assessments and write a lot of official documents like that. I think it's very, very important to have those skills so you can come across professional and are able to do that role.
Yeah.
So it benefits our students for their day-to-day living then,
Maths and
basically.
English is important in all aspects of life, really. But
Yeah.
I feel like Access Creative College teach it in a relevant and interesting way.
So at Access Creative College, our ethos is to master your craft. That's what we want people to do. What does that mean to you?
What that means to me is follow your passion, your desire, your integrity. That to me means master your craft, do you know what I mean?
Thank you very much for your time today and to listen to us speak. Now you're going to be shown around our facilities and have a chance to talk with some of our tutors. Sweat patches!